Perfect. All right. Hi to my patrons and everyone who waited a year. I don't know how you made it, but I'm glad you did. Today is the episode where I'm going to get spanked. You saw my spanker just now. You'll see more of them a little later. But now, yeah, it's the episode where I'm getting spanked for Valentine's Day because I have the greatest podcast ever made. I'm vamping until I get to the minute mark because in my head it's easier to figure out how long the show is going if I start exactly at the minute mark. I have not thought of what I'm going to say yet, so let me think of a good opening line. Coming up on about 10 seconds away. I don't know why I'm such a stickler about this. It ultimately doesn't help me at all whatsoever, but 5 seconds away. Let's do this. Let's rock. You're familiar with the stoplight system, right? And if you don't know, this is where the theme song goes. I just keep a big gap so I know how to edit it. Get out my script here. It would be on the iPad, but I'm using it for something. It's wildly high tech right now. Okay, ready? You're listening to Fix My Car Cast, hosted by Bear Claw Billy, and this is episode 110. Comedian and musician Keith Hebert is in the dungeon building a St. Andrew's cross. But first, housekeeping. This is the show where you pick what I say and how I say it. Pick a topic or prompt by donating to the GoFundMe, and vote on the gimmick by joining my Patreon for just $1 a month. Join at the $5 or higher level and also get bonus episodes and behind-the-scenes footage. Links are in the description. Also down there, merch. Get yourself some merch. You gonna be a good boy and get me some merch? We have a new donor this week. Thank you, Goose, for donating $20. Thank you so much, Goose. The total raised for paying off my car repair debt is now $2,021. Also, when we get to $3,000, I will record an episode at sea. Fun fact, did you know that this whole podcast disappears when we hit $10,000? Talk about sub drop. Hey, do you like the theme song? No? Well, if you make a donation of $50 or more, in addition to picking an episode topic, you get to change one thing about the theme song forever. Unless somebody else changes it back. Want me to give it a psychosexual industrial goth feel? I'll do it. $50. No new patrons this week. Bummer. Now it's time for a topic suggestion. I'll suggest topics I think I could easily talk about for a whole episode, though admittedly I think the show is more fun when it's something I'm completely clueless about. So, something I could talk about is the first movie I ever saw in a theater. You can probably guess it was a pretty formative moment for me, and I still think of it fondly. Want to know more? Donate today. Checking in on the best city in the world, based on which city listened to the last episode the most. And our big winner is Portland, Maine. Congratulations, Portland, Maine. Let it be known that your Eiffel Tower, Louvre Museum, and Arc de Triomphe are the best in the world for 7 days. Last episode, I talked about homely at church while discussing the opposite of the topic. You can see video of the entire episode, plus a little extra, over on Patreon. Also, head over to Patreon for a bonus episode where I talk about a couple of hidden cinematic gems. By the way, since the last episode was centered around what the opposite of a church is, I took to social media to ask all of you what the opposite of a church is. Here are some of your answers. A brothel. Work. Fun. The DMV. A weird art installation in the middle of nowhere in Marfa, Texas. And state. I've decided the best answer is mine, which was crater. But for second best, I have to give it to state for the sheer simplicity. Congratulations, whoever said that. Now tell me, would you rather wear a shirt that says the opposite of a church is state, or the opposite of a church is a crater? Tell me your fave, and I don't know, maybe I'll put it up in the store. You gotta get some of that merch, right? You're gonna be good, right? Okay, let's talk next week's gimmick poll. These are your choices for next week's episode gimmick. They are: record it at a rave, make a cup of tea, do it like a wedding toast, and our returning gimmick, record it in a pile of leaves. Let's review. That's number 1, record it at a rave, and I will tell you, there is a rave coming up next week, so if that one wins, I will record it at that rave. If it loses and comes back 6 months from now, I'm just gonna flick the light switch on and off in my room while I listen to techno, okay? I don't have the budget to find a rave every week. I don't live in a place that has raves every week. So that's number 1, record it at a rave. Number 2, make a cup of tea. For those of you that like the sleepy easy ones. Number 3, do it like a wedding toast. And number 4, the returning gimmick, record it in a pile of leaves. Remember that any gimmick that gets just a single vote is eligible for a second chance in 6 weeks. Be sure to vote over on Patreon. The poll closes February 15th at noon Eastern America time. All right, time for today's gimmick, which is Get Spanked by My Valentine. Of course, gimmicks don't start until housekeeping is out of the way in case any of them prevent me from sharing vital information. But now, we are entering the gimmick zone. From this point on, gimmicks are active and everything is improvised. Today's topic comes to us from Goose for $20, and I've been asked to talk about brassicas and other veggies. And, well, let's see who my Valentine is. Oh, hello, this is Goose.
Hi.
Hi, Goose.
Hi.
I couldn't help but notice you're also the sponsor for this episode. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just getting right into it, huh?
Well, that's what I'm supposed to do, right?
Yeah. You go for it. I've given Goose no parameters in terms of spanking me, so, be gentle, be cruel, do your worst. But Goose is my Valentine. How long we been together, Goose, or do we not want to get into that right now?
I have time.
Enough. We've been together enough. Brassicas. Let's get into them. I don't know much about brassicas, and I kind of have a feeling that maybe somebody was trying to game the system so that they could, share brassica facts today for our special Spanking Valentine's episode.
Your Valentine's special interest is vegetables.
Oh,
and they're here to spank you and tell you about vegetables.
Look, I fully invite people to try to game the system. If I invite you on the show and you're like, well, I'm going to sponsor that episode. So I couldn't even tell you what a brassica was until we met.
Yes.
Because you are famously obsessed with brassicas.
Famously.
Now, you did only pay $20, so I did no research other than hanging out with you.
Great. Good.
So, broccoli, that's a brassica, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cabbage, that's a brassica, right?
That's also a brassica.
That is also a brassica. All right, let's see. There are no rules on when you can and can't spank me. Green across the board. I thought maybe we'd make a game out of if I say something that's not a brassica, I get hit, but you're just going straight for the swinging.
Well,
so.
You haven't said anything. See, this is the thing about brassicas, is that there are so many.
There are. Okay, so broccoli is a brassica.
You already said that.
I know, I'm just reviewing in my mind. Broccoli's a brassica, cabbage is a brassica, cauliflower?
Also a brassica.
Yeah, seems very brassical. I might be out.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Kale and collards and mustards.
Lower, please.
All kinds of broccoli. Oh, no.
How many kinds of broccoli are there? There's broccoli Rob.
There's broccoli Rob. There's Guylon. Wait, I should be spanking you while I list things, right?
Up to you. You're the whatever makes for a good Valentine's Day for you.
Broccoli, cauliflower, broccoli Rob. Okay, because they're Brussels sprouts, not the broccoli. Oh, yeah. We almost forgot about Brussels sprouts. How could we do that? All the kinds of cabbages.
Yeah, good. Red.
Green.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to switch cheeks coming up. Also, that is not my butt. Here, no higher than this. Okay? You good?
Yeah.
Okay, right there. For the people who can't see us, I'm wearing a cardigan and it's covering my butt, so it's making the target. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, really. I would also like to point out that You were in 3 of the 4 gimmick choices. So you could have been complimenting me. You could have been tickling me.
I voted to compliment you.
Yeah, and in a landslide spanking one. So you're welcome, you perverts. Oh, that was my foot.
Your foot's in the way. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I was the one who chose this position. Let's not get off our vegetable topic, though. What is broccoli rabe? Is that a kind of... Okay. I know so little about vegetables. I don't really fuck with vegetables. I'm interested in fucking with them more.
You can really fuck with them.
Well, I know you can literally. Are we going there? We're 10 minutes into the episode. And we're just going right to sitting on a summer squash. Which probably isn't a brassica.
No, it is not.
Okay.
It is not a brassica.
I'm so glad I have your expertise when it comes to produce. I thought broccoli rabe was in how you prepare it. So it's a different kind of broccoli? Like the plant is different?
Yeah, so broccolis are a brassica that has been selectively bred for its flowering parts. Cauliflower is also similar. But yeah, broccolini and broccoli rabe are just slightly different variations. Different stages of blooming. Just gotta punctuate it every once in a while.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, so, cabbage is a brassica that was bred for its buds, kale for the leaves. Yeah.
So what makes something a brassica? What is the ultimate... Things that aren't brassicas have what opposite from brassicas?
It's just like a wide category of cruciferous mustards.
Okay.
So they're mustards, so they got that little mustard molecule. Hey, if you don't like cabbage because you think it tastes like farts, cook it better. It's your fault.
I will be honest, that is my... Sorry, I had an itch. And I realized I got in the danger zone. Go for a goose. Oh, goodness me. First of all, my mind is blown. So broccoli is a kind of mustard.
Yeah.
This really feels like is a hot dog, a sandwich territory.
Well, the broccoli is sometimes peppery when you eat it raw. I don't know. Okay, hot take, broccoli, my least favorite brassica.
Whoa,
sorry, broccoli people. Sorry, broccoli people. But anyway, like a good coleslaw, It's a little peppery.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I would just add pepper. What do you use in a coleslaw?
Are you going for like the home style classic sweet mayo dressing, or we could just do a vinaigrette?
KFC, whatever they got.
They got mayo, baby.
Mayo, baby. All right. So what is the best cabbage to use for a coleslaw?
In my humble opinion, that is correct. Red cabbage.
Red cabbage. Okay. Good to know. I have friends who get like picky about like how sweet coleslaw is. So like I feel like some people like it more on the tangy side, some people like it more on the sweet side.
My mom's coleslaw, which is great coleslaw by the way. Good job, Mom. Is very sweet. Celery seed is like the defining feature, of that coleslaw. Like a sweet vinegary mayo. But I just like, put some vinegar on the cabbage and eat it. I really like cabbage.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. What are some of your other favorite ways to prepare cabbage? I'm loving this episode. I don't need to know shit. That's what Valentine's Day is all about. Listening. Anyway, what's your favorite cabbage? Or way to prepare cabbage, I should say, besides coleslaw.
Honestly, if I want my brassicas burnt.
Burnt? Oh,
just a little crispy, not overcooked, no mushiness. Just like crispy on the edges, roasted very hot, burn the corners low. The only way I really like to eat broccoli is to burn it a little bit and then melt cheese on it.
Oh, yeah. Cheese on broccoli is very good.
Cheese on broccoli, that's a classic.
That is a classic, yeah. We've complimented your mom, and now I'm gonna insult my mom.
Oops.
I genuinely thought I hated vegetables, and then I found out I just did not like the way my mom made them. Like, she didn't season anything, and they always came out really mushy. And then later I was like, oh wait, raw vegetables are delicious. But it took me a while to figure that out.
There's a world of flavor and texture out there if you just try it. Which is, Yeah, you're not the only person I know who only really had soggy frozen vegetables. And yeah, of course, soggy frozen vegetables, not my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as good. Not
as good.
Okay, what are some obscure brassicas? What are the ones that people have never heard of?
Okay, so I'm not going to mention the name of the competitor grocery store because I work at a grocery store that I'm not going to tell you about.
Ooh.
But at a competitor grocery store, I got cauliflini, which is like the broccolini of cauliflower.
Whoa.
It was cute. It was weird. People are doing all kinds of shit with crossbreeding their vegetables these days. And fruit. You've seen cotton candy grapes? That shit's wild.
I've seen cotton candy grapes. I've actually never had them. Are they good?
They're really well. Some years they're better than others.
Yeah.
I don't have to talk about this right now, but I'll get into it another time.
No, talk about this.
It's a very specific crossbreeding thing. They do taste like cotton candy, and some years they're better than others because some years they do it better. Gotcha.
Okay. I've just noticed that the longer I keep you talking, the more I don't get spanked. So
apparently I'm bad at multitasking. You brought it up.
Well, thanks for keeping at it. Well, no, I brought it up because I was afraid the listeners would be like, "Ain't been a lot of spankings."
Oh no. Well,
people come to this show for a proper ratio of topic to gimmick. So they want 50% vegetables and 50% my ass getting destroyed. So happy Valentine's to everyone, including my wife Autumn, who hasn't come up on the show a lot, but miss you, honey, wherever you are. All right, so more vegetables, brassicas. We've gotten cabbages, we've gotten broccoli. Okay, so broccolini is just small broccoli. Is that a case of baby corn where they just don't let it grow, or?
It's a different seed. If I wanted to grow broccolini in my garden, I would get a different seed than the broccoli seed.
Okay.
I actually think the baby corn is a different seed too, I'll be honest, than the sweet corn seed.
I can't remember, what was it? I learned, and I know they're not brassicas, but baby corn is actually baby corn. Baby carrots are not.
Carrots are not baby carrots.
They take a full adult carrot and then they shave it down.
It's how they use the fucked up carrots because Americans are really obsessed with perfectionism in their produce.
Lord, you just keep missing. I'm sorry. It's gonna be a problem soon.
So sorry.
It's okay. You know what? Just really go to town. Just really get used to where the target is. There we go. Little lower. There we go. It could be my height.
It's the height and the angle.
Okay. Well, if you need me to turn more assward, I can certainly do that. All right, so tan my hide and talk about broccoli. Okay, I feel like I keep coming back to the same ones. Broccoli, cabbage. What else? Hit me with some of the good ones.
Brussels sprouts.
Kale. Okay, I don't know shit about kale other than it's the food that McDonald's swore they would never serve, and then a year later they served it. What do I need to know about kale?
Okay, so I feel like everybody's first introduction to kale is just the piece of curly kale in the orange that they put on your plate in a fancy restaurant. And that's no good. You don't want to get that shit raw.
Gotcha.
It's chewy. It's fibrous. The curly kale, it's pretty, but it's not my favorite kale. Once again, here I am hating on the popular version of something.
That's why you love this podcast. Because it's not popular. I'm being spanked for my joke. Also, I want everyone to know I derive no pleasure for this. I'm not into being spanked, so this is just a nuisance that is happening to me while I try to talk about something I know nothing about. So we're just having a good old time here, and don't demonetize this. If you think this is sexual, no, it's just painful. Happy Valentine's Day.
And that's on romance.
That's on romance. That's romance's fault. Ooh, to make this properly a Valentine's special, what is the most romantic brassica?
Okay,
Ooh.
all right. Okay, the most romantic brassica.
Is there one with a heart? Do any of them have hearts?
Are we going for pretty? Are we going for taste? Are we going for presentation?
Well, as you know, love is all about looks. So yeah, let's go for pretty.
I guess Okay. Romanesco cauliflower. If we're going for looks, she's fancy. She's got tessellations. She's got the spirals. She's green, which is beautiful, like the prettiest shade of green.
Wait. You said green with kind of a question mark at the end. Is she green?
She's green, but it's like a specific kind of green.
Interesting.
It's like got a little yellow in there.
A forest green?
No, it's got a little yellow. You're not listening. It's got a little yellow in there.
A yellowish green.
Yes.
Is there a word for that? What's Kelly green? Wait, is that even a thing?
Kelly green is a bad green.
Okay.
Sorry, Kelly Green stands out there.
Wait, okay. I got so confused. I was like, wait, what? There's Forest Green and Kelly Green, and then I realized I was thinking of the actor DeForest Kelly. Forget everything I'm saying. This is not my topic. Green is my favorite color, and yet I'm struggling to come up with shades of green. This is like 50 Shades of Green that we're doing here today. Oh, there's the episode title right there.
Well, brassicas aren't just green, so you know.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me some of the other shades of brassicas while I try to move my feet so you don't hit my feet. Sorry, this pose is terrible. I'm the one who set this up, so no guilt falls upon Goose's shoulders. Goose is just my wingman. Okay, so what are the non-greens? The non-green brassicas.
I mean, you got that purple cauliflower, you got that yellow cauliflower, you got that white cauliflower.
Dang.
I can tell you a story about cauliflower.
Please tell me a cauliflower story while you vigorously spank me.
So, cauliflower.
Yeah.
My other Valentine, whomst we love, was also a person who thought they didn't like vegetables.
Uh-huh.
And so I really missed eating cauliflower. So I taught them to like cauliflower by lying to them.
What?
The worst lie I've ever told to a partner.
Ever?
The worst lie I've ever told to a partner is that... is that yellow and purple cauliflower taste totally different than the white cauliflower.
Uh-huh.
And then I just started cooking the white cauliflower with a lot of curry powder on it.
Scandal.
I know.
Wait, so you tricked them into thinking that it tasted a different way than it did. And
and then I switched over to the regular cauliflower, but I made it so yellow with curry powder that they thought it was still yellow cauliflower. Then I eventually had to come clean because I felt really guilty.
That was my next question. Did you in fact reveal what you had done?
Of course, because I wanted to cook cauliflower with something other than curry powder on it. So you know. Look, the yellow and purple cauliflower does taste just the same. I would have been happy to do it, but it's always more expensive. And I'm not, and I already lied once that it was different.
It's so great on Valentine's Day to find out that your Valentine is very manipulative.
Okay, but I told you this is the worst manipulation I've done to someone,
ever.
and it got them eating more vegetables.
Okay, if the worst,
So if the worst manipulation I did was getting someone to like cauliflower, yeah.
I was waiting for the end of that sentence. I didn't want to talk over you.
Then it's not that bad.
All right, justified.
Justified.
All right, you are officially a good person. All right.
Yeah, I am.
All right. We got to talk more veg. All right. What's brassica? Okay, so I know that you manipulated your way onto this show.
Shit.
I'll be your spanking Valentine. I just want to share vegetable facts with everybody. Well, hit me with some of those good vegetable facts. Like what's the most mind-blowing bit of trivia about brassicas, and I will expand it to vegetables in general if you have a really mind-blowing bit of trivia for the listeners.
Pumpkins are a cucumber.
What? Oh, but I thought cucumbers were a fruit.
And so are pumpkins.
Pumpkins are also a fruit. You heard it here first, folks, or maybe heard
that's the family name is cucurbitida, which is a great word to say. Highly recommend it.
I'm a fan. Oh God,
so sorry.
I'm
so sorry.
I can't see what's happening on the backside.
I keep trying to aim lower, and then I just keep touching.
It's okay.
Your ankle.
It's okay. And if anybody wants to see pictures of how red my ass is, well, become my friend. I don't share that with just anybody. Get in the group chat, girlies. All right, so brassica facts. So pumpkins. No, wait, pumpkins aren't brassicas, right? That's just a veggie fact.
No. That was just a veggie fact. Pumpkins are not brassicas.
So tomatoes.
Not a brassica.
Tomatoes not a brassica, but tomatoes fruit, vegetable.
Are
Are you a science versus culinary?
I'm always going to be team culinary when I'm talking about my categories, except unless I'm talking about like the scientific categories with their funny names. Tomatoes are a nightshade.
Okay. Nightshade, isn't that deadly?
Oh man, I could go off on this too. The thing that people think is the deadly nightshade is actually just like a colonial misunderstanding. The thing that we think is deadly nightshade that grows everywhere is probably, you could probably eat it. Wait, fact check this. I'm not a foraging person. Don't just go eat things without knowing what you're eating. However, common misconception that North American nightshade is poisonous. It's not, I think.
Okay, and I'm learning this, I everything I know I learned from movies. So I know Deadly Nightshade from The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I know that medieval people at one point thought tomatoes were poisonous, which I learned, of course, from a Connecticut a kid in King Arthur's court. Did people once believe that tomatoes were poisonous?
I don't know. I'm assuming, yeah, because they're related to the nightshades, maybe.
Related to the nightshades.
I mean, that's all. Eggplant's a nightshade.
Okay. Hemlock, that'll kill you, right? What's hemlock?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know everything.
Isn't that I didn't want to have to break up with you on the Valentine's episode, but I'm kind of looking for someone who knows everything.
Fuck me.
That's for later. All right. Well, let's wrap up the old Valentine's Day episode. All right. I guess if you want to get your final smacks in, get them in now. Let's go for it. Oh boy, we have plans later, and I'm not going to be able to sit for. All right. So what was your okay? Favorite brassica to look at, favorite brassica to eat. I'm going to go out on that.
To look at, Romanesco cauliflower. Look her up. Right. She's gorgeous.
Yes. Oh, sorry. We did that one.
To eat red cabbage.
Red cabbage.
Also look her up. She's also gorgeous.
Okay. I just want people to have a good takeaway to take from this. So
go eat cabbage. It's the best.
Go eat red cabbage and go look at, what was it?
Romanesco.
Romanesca. Fuck. Romanesco what?
Romanesco cauliflower.
Romanesco or Romanesco cauliflower. Get some of that in your eyeballs, and red cabbage, get some of that in your mouth. Thanks for listening to the Vegetables and Spanking Valentine special. And, of course, a special thanks to my Valentine Goose. Thank you for being here, Goose.
Thank you for having me.
I look forward to having you. All right. As always, eat some chocolate and maybe a vegetable. Come on, give me a good one. All right, friends, this is Goose. I hope you've enjoyed Goose's guest starring in this
guest appearance.
Guest star in this episode. My ass is red. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was worth it. That was maybe one of the highest tallies of votes. I think that got like 70% of the votes. So I think it was 71 at the end of the day. So nice job. Thanks for spanking me.
Happy to help.
You ready for some aftercare?
Yeah. Ice pack.
Yeah.
Okay.
An ice pack.
Okay.
Oh, bye everybody.